Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and it's a red letter day. It's not often when one of the woke crowd gets something so wrong, so appallingly wrong, that they actually put their hand up and admit they've got it wrong, and will say the complete opposite of what they previously thought. In this case, it's an LGBTQ writer who was so anti JK Rowling that she gave herself a job. She spent months researching the Harry Potter author, looking for every evidence of any kind of phobic outburst or anything she'd said, written, any interviews given, anything. And after 3 months, this LGBTQ writer, who was out to get JK Rowling, had to put her hand up and admit she'd found absolutely nothing. Let's look at this article. It just breaks your heart, doesn't it? So, you're wrong witch. LGBTQ writer apologises to JK Rowling after spending 3 months researching the Harry Potter author and finding no evidence at all that she's a phobe. Writer EJ Rosetta is adamant that activists are wrong witch, and she commended JK Rowling for her bravery and said that she's not phobic. The Harry Potter author has long faced criticism for her views on trans issues. Now hopefully that ingrate and wretched character Emma Watson can get down on her knees and beg forgiveness for the evil she has done. She's criticised and moaned at the one person in the world who's made her rich and has given her any kind of recognition. And now it turns out that there was nothing to answer because JK Rowling, as we all knew and all said for a long time, was not transphobic. She was merely standing up for women's rights. There's a difference. So anyway, we'll get into the story here very quickly. I'm not going to hang around too long on this one. An LGBTQ activist has commended JK Rowling for her bravery and told her followers that people are the wrong witch after she was unable to find any evidence whatsoever that Harry Potter author is phobic. EJ Rosetta, a columnist for the HuffPost, which is as left-wing as you like, and is one of the worst of the wokerarties, has been vocal herself over trans issues. And she said in a series of tweets that JK Rowling is not an intolerable phobe, but stood up for women's rights when she could have sat back. JK Rowling has said she long faced various threats for her views on these issues, where she was called out for the erosion of biological sex and the harm it can cause to women. Critical LGBTQ activists, the mentally ill, have dubbed the author a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, which is not a bad thing to be, and have repeatedly denounced her for her opinions, and now it appears that they have done so wrongly because she is not a phobe. She has said nothing and done nothing to warrant the hatred she was given by these intolerant wankers. Anyway, the author's comments and tweets led Harry Potter stars Radcliffe and Watson, wankers, to distance themselves from the world's creator. But writer EJ Rosetta is adamant that the activists are the wrong witch. And there's a picture of her. Of course, she has to wear that to remind herself that she's gay or something. I don't know. Don't know why they keep doing it. In the thread, EJ Rosetta wrote, "Right, I'm done. 3 months ago, I was tasked with writing an article detailing 20 phobic JK Rowling quotes we're done with. And after 12 weeks of reading her books, tweets, full essay and finding the context of these quotes, I've not found a single truly phobic message. That's because she's not a phobe." The columnist and writer for HuffPost concluded that JK Rowling is not an intolerable phobe, but a woman who could have sat back and has been beloved forever. But she chose to speak out on women's rights. And EJ Rosetta often said, one group's rights are being sacrificed for the other, with the most vulnerable women often paying the price. The HuffPost writer pointed towards the example of DV shelters and praised Rowling for paying attention. Well, there we go. Thank heavens, sanity is restored. This woman, who is herself one of the group, and has said, all these terrible things that JK Rowling has said, blah, 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 has researched it and has now come to the conclusion that actually Rowling has said no such thing. So well done for seeing the light. Well done for Rowling. Continue in your fight, please, my darling, because you are one of the few with a loud voice. Many have a voice, but yours is loud, and that's what counts. Anyway, I shall finish there and come up. So it's nice to see that even the worst of the woke wankerati can finally look at the evidence and see what we have known all along. JK Rowling is not a phobe or an ist. All she does is stand up for the rights of women, and vulnerable women in particular. She has no axe to grind with the trans community, only that she wants to protect women's safe spaces from men who want to invade them. She doesn't care if a man wants to dress as a woman and walk the streets. That's not her business. But having men in women's DV units or crisis centres, that certainly is. They are the most vulnerable women, and they're the ones she is protecting. So well done to JK Rowling, and actually well done to EJ Rosetta for finally seeing the truth, finally coming into the light and realising that not everybody is against you just because one or two are. I shall end there. Thanks for listening. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell for notification of future outputs. Leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, keep reading the Harry Potter books, and goodbye.